What's up, sacred souls? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Loretta, the Infinite Healer, and you are now tuned into Infinite Healing. Hello, everyone. It is so good to be back with you today. Today we are here for Earth signs. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and start with, I think these are affirmation cards, just to tune into the overall energy for Earth signs. Angels, ancestors, and guides of the highest white light, please deliver secret, clear, true, honest messages in alignment with the collective's soul purpose and highest good. Gratitude and Ashe, Ashe. All right, let's get into it, Earth signs. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. We have my high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. I love this for you. My high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Earth signs, during this time, you may have been struggling with overwhelming thoughts or over consuming thoughts. I just see someone running, so the mind is just kind of running all day. The vibes probably have been anxious to say the least, right? And so with what Spirit is pointing to during this time is your need for grounding and being intentional about your thoughts. You have so much power, Earth signs. You have the ability to say yay or nay to the thoughts that you have. You can choose in which way your mind will go. Energy flows and what it is that you pay attention to. So you can have a negative thought and go, nope, not in my aura, not in my frequency, not in my body, right? That will not impact my health. That will not impact my peace, and it will not impact the love in my heart. And so then you can create your own affirmation that does promote health, wealth, and abundance, peace, love, health, with the thoughts that you create. Oops. Let's see what else we got. All that I love is more important than all that I fear. All that I love is more important than all that I fear. Earth signs, I feel like you have been asking for guidance and direction about what to do, where to go, maybe even about particular actionable steps in which you can take to achieve a goal. And I'm getting that the more you fall in love with something, the more you can see the love in something, the more you allow yourself to express love, is how it is you will overcome the consuming thoughts that kind of get you stuck. So let's say, Earth signs, you're really struggling with completing a task. Let's say the task is changing out the ink inside of the pen. Simple, right? But what your thoughts have been telling you, Earth sign, is that if you get the wrong ink, then it will cause a major catastrophe and the pen won't work like it has before. The overwhelming thoughts can tell you that if you take the pen apart, it may not go back together again as before. Another consuming thought can just be about the entire process of getting this thing, of having to do this thing, and this fear of failing. So what Spirit is saying is, if the process is overwhelming to you, Virgo, just start in one area in which you love, right? So let's say you love purple things. I don't know. So start with getting the purple ink. You have now moved into something that you loved, right? So now I can use that higher vibrational energy because I'm operating out of love, out of the space of love instead of my fear, that energy that I use to get the purple ink to get me excited, I can now use to tackling a task that I may have allowed fear to overwhelm, right? To overwhelm you from. And I don't think you can even take this pen apart. I was about to try. And allow love to guide you. That one purple ink leading to the actionable step of unscrewing the top, taking the ink out, putting the things carefully along the way, putting the pen back up. The love that you have for the purple ink, that's just one small thing, helps you to create the task. And then it falls, and then it continues, right? Because let's say you also love creating, period. The fact that you're even using your hands to recreate something or to fix something will also make you extremely excited about what it is that you are doing. So follow your heart, earth signs. Follow what makes you feel good. Follow your passions. Follow your drive. Follow your heart over the fear. I hope that made sense what I said. Okay, let's actually, one more. One more, and then we will pull some tarot. I can expand time when I'm inspired. Oh my gosh, that totally goes, I'm very thankful, because that totally goes in alignment with what it is that I was feeling. Like, follow your heart, follow love, because it's the love of something, it's the love for something that helps you to continue to expand yourself, expand your energy, and be inspired to create and do the thing, right? The thing that is keeping you locked in your head, the thing that is keeping you separate from the health in which you're trying to achieve, or the peace in which you're trying to experience, or the love in which you're creating or trying to experience in your life. The fear is blocking that. And your spirit team, Earth Signs, is here to tell you that you're much greater than your fear. You're more powerful than your fear. In fact, your love, when you allow it to expand, the fear, that darkness, begins to move out. You are the light, Earth Signs. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. I think we're gonna pull some tarot. And I think I'll go Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo is how I heard it. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So let's see, we'll start off with Capricorn. What message do we have here for Capricorn spirit? All right, we have the Hierophant. And the Moon. I really thought the Hermit card was going to come out. I really did. But I think it makes a little sense that the Moon card is here. Capricorn. What it is that you are learning during this time is extremely monumental. What it is that you are learning about yourself, you're learning about the world, you're learning about energy, you're learning about your finances, you're learning about your career. Anything and everything that you are learning, that you are experiencing during this time, Capricorn, is for your betterment. You are meant to be a leader. You're meant to be a teacher. And the greatest leaders and the greatest teachers have been the best students. Sometimes even the worst, okay? But you are in a season where I can see you like analyzing everything that you've been through, everything that you're experiencing presently, and then utilizing that information, identifying your own patterns of like, what could this mean? And how does this work for me? And does this actually work for me? And then going, how can I use this to achieve a goal? I feel like, Capricorn, what has been a blockage to you is the fact that the outcome is not guaranteed. I feel like, because yes, this is the moon card, but I'm feeling the sun and the moon from this card. I'm feeling a lot of balance. It's feeling like sometimes, Capricorn, you know exactly what's going on. You know exactly how to move. You know exactly what you should do. You know all the resources and all the things. And then other times it seems as if it's completely dark. You have no idea what's going on internally or externally. During those times, Capricorn, when you're feeling like you can't see and you don't know what's going on, or as if God isn't speaking to you, your spiritual team isn't speaking to you or answering you, that is the time to pause and ground. That is your time for reflection. Sometimes reflection doesn't always look like sitting down and meditating. Sometimes it looks like going for a walk. Sometimes, Capricorn, you have to actually, because I'm seeing spend time with friends, okay? But thank you. Different ways of taking care of yourself. You can have a little box that says, feeling stressed, let's try this. And inside of that box, you can have different activities, different quotes, things that you know helps you to regulate your nervous system and kind of ground you back to earth. Okay, but you are in alignment, Capricorn. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. It may feel like you're literally in between worlds. Some days you feel extremely high. Some days you feel extremely low. I wonder what would happen if you just surrendered to the flow of what is, Capricorn. If you didn't try to control the outcome or control the situation, what life would then feel like for you. I feel like it would be relief. I do. So I encourage you, Capricorn, to find your balance. Not the balance I tell you, not the balance the world tells you, but find the balance that works for you. And to take care of yourself. To do something that makes you feel good to help regulate your nervous system. Let's just pull a self-care card while we're at it. Your spirit team also wants you to plan for your abundance, okay? That is being inspired and allowing your light to expand. All right, so we got hydrate. Yeah, this is what this hydrated card is what I'm feeling in regards to just self-love and self-care, like replenishing yourself, nourishing your body. And then we have soak in a bath. Oh my gosh, I know that would just be so good. I also heard the word retreat, so that could be like literally retreating. That's probably why I thought the hermit was going to be here. Retreating into solitude, finding small daily practices of retreating. But this could also mean that you should be going on a retreat as well. Let's see what 27 says. I feel like there's more. It says, I am made of water and in touch with the tides of life. Water is life. It's a resource we need to greet with deep reverence and respect. On this blue planet, water is in abundance. However, clean, fresh drinking water can be challenging to find in some communities. Whenever possible, go out of your way to have enough clean water to drink and set the intention to make drinking water a sacred experience. Infuse your water with positive intentions. Adore your water vessels with sacred symbols and uplifting words to infuse the contents with positive vibe. Drink spring water to enjoy many vital materials minerals and nourish your body. Remain in awareness of how blessed you are to have clean drinking water, and be mindful of how you can ensure that others have it too. Through making eco-conscious decisions and choices, you can help preserve the resources of this planet and support access to clean water for all beings. Journal prompt: are you happy with your water source? If not, how can you upgrade your water supply? So this is literally hydrating in this book, but I feel like the same way it's asking you about your water drinking sources, I think it's also important to ask about the sources that pour into you, right? What are you actually consuming and ingesting and digesting, right? Through what it is that you hear, through what it is that you see, through what it is that you eat, through what it is that you perceive, who it is that you experience, who it is that you're spending your time with, where it is that you go, how it is that you speak to people, right? So all of these things also matter when it comes to hydrating you, because if something in your environment is not pouring into you, is not hydrating your spirit to make you feel uplifted and empowered, then that is something you need to take a look at, because that means that that thing is no longer serving you. Okay. Capricorn, thank you so much. This was beautiful. I'll see if at the end there's another message, but we're gonna move on to, what did I say, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We're gonna move on to Taurus, and we're gonna do the same thing, Taurus. Move that over just a bit. All right, and let's look at Taurus. Taurus, it says, all that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. All right, focus, girl. All that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. Taurus, this is the divine letting you know that you have succumbed to your fears. So much so that it has you paralyzed. Paralyzed in your thoughts and the actions that you're probably extremely in survival mode, meaning you're doing just what needs to be done to get to the next day. But when we think about your big goals that you want to accomplish, all the dreams that you have, those things feel like, not that they're dying, but they may be feeling kind of hard to accomplish because of all of the surviving that you're having to do at this time. Love. Did you believe it, Taurus? That love is what is needed to set you free. To be surrounded by love, to pour love into yourself, to share in love with friends and family, to express love and to experience love, truly to romanticize your life. Meaning your awakening is romantic. It is full of love because you're here, you're breathing. To walk and to use your legs, to romanticize that, because oh my gosh, you have legs that work properly and you can move. Gratitude for that. For my arms, my eyes, my nose, my ears. Notice, Taurus, that we started with the body. We started with loving just on the body and being thankful for all that God has given us from the body and the spirit, the strength, the courage, the opportunity to wake up again today, to have a new day, to explore, to expand, to know. The divine wants you to experience love. Love has been the blockage for you, Taurus. Love is what will set you free and move you from one end of the spectrum to the other. Let's see what we have for Taurus. Oh my gosh, Taurus, the Sun card. And the Four of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, Taurus, you're so scared. I think kind of like the same thing with Capricorn, where I was like, you know, Capricorn wants to like ensure that everything is going to work out. I low-key feel like Taurus, you want the same thing. You want to make sure that the end result is going to be exactly as you say. You also want to account for all the things. And when you do that, that's you taking control and not allowing the divine, not allowing your spirit team to like help you out. You're holding, this is the divine saying you're holding back from life. You're choosing to keep all of your treasures, all of your things, all of your goodness, and all of that love that you have to yourself. You're gonna implode, okay? That was me being funny. But you have the Sun energy. You have big energy. You're extremely talented. You're extremely resourceful. Okay, you are the light of the party. You have such big, beautiful, bold personality. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be experienced. People need to experience you, but you hold yourself back due to fear. Will they really like me? Is this all just a facade? Taurus, I think you have trust issues. I don't think you trust that life will actually be good to you, or that love will actually be good to you. And because of that, you choose to kind of walk on eggshells and to be reserved when it comes to life. But the Sun card and these being sunflowers just lets me know, Taurus, that you really are unstoppable. The only reason why the energy around you isn't like expanding as it should is because you are being so reserved and you're choosing to hold yourself back. Get out of your own way and get into your heart. Do the things that you love to do, even when they scare you. Something new you want to try? Dive or lean into the love of the thing that you want to try, the excitement of the thing that you want to try, or the thing that you need to accomplish, the thing that you need to do, and then allow that to lead you. You already know, because maybe you need to see things a little logically too. You already know that you have succumbed to fear. So you already know what the results will be if you continue to live in fear. They'll be exactly what they are today, which you don't like. So since you know that that's something that you don't like, then that means you need to try something new. I feel like you just have to, like, this just needs to click in your head in the way in which you are being to really see how fear is impacting your life, and that is what will get you going. Because it's like you need to know that what it is that you're doing isn't working. And so you may feel like, Taurus, you are an individual who needs to be pushed into a corner before you do something or before you try something. But Spirit doesn't want you to always have to be pushed into a corner, because you can operate out of love. Being pushed into a corner is a mindset of scarcity. It's a lacking mindset. It's a mindset about like low self-worth and low self-esteem. And that's not the energy Spirit wants you operating in. So let's see, Taurus, what you can do to help yourself at this time. Make a meal. We got cooking. Okay, using different spices, different herbs. This is you creating, doing something different, and allowing yourself to be led in the kitchen, as well as I got trying new foods. Okay, there is something new. I mean, there is something about trying new foods. You may have even been holding back, like eating the same foods over and over and over again, but saying things like, there's nothing to eat, there's only these things, but that's just because you've been holding back. You won't step out of your comfort zone to try something new. So make a meal, try something new, especially if you're like one of those people who are like, ew, I don't know what they do inside them stores, I don't know what they do inside those restaurants. Make it at home. Okay, then we have movement. Everybody move your body. Everybody move your body. There's also something about like the aroma of the foods will also be really good with increasing your energy. And this may even be really good for clearing out the energy that is stuck or stagnant in your home. And then we have movement, right? Everybody move your body. But I'm also getting like sound bowls, so I'm going to look at this one. I feel embodied and empowered to move with strength and grace. This is to help you take actionable steps to move beyond your fear. Okay, create a clear energy flow through your body by introducing a new movement practice into your life. Structured or free-flowing. These could be anything from yoga to walking to rock climbing to running or swimming, whatever suits your taste. Okay. With any movement practice, the most important thing is to tune into how your body is feeling and move in a supportive way. Relish the feeling of being present inside your miraculous body. Diversify your movement practices so that you're working in all areas of your body. Seek out a new or forgotten movement practice to help gently push the boundaries of your comfort zone. See, this is what I was getting when I was saying, oh, you should try cooking something new. It is to gently push the boundaries of your comfort zone so that you can step outside of your fear. It's better to start small than to not start at all. It's so crazy how something in an area that you're not even thinking about is still connected to the overall message of what it is that you're doing. So because even making this and trying something new, you will then take all of that energy and pour it into that meal, which you will then ingest, which will then create the movement in your body, which will literally radiate throughout every cell in your body, which will help you begin to move and overcome fear on such a cellular level. So it's better to start small than to not start at all. Even if it's just 15 minutes per day, get your body moving in a way that feels good for you. What movement practice would you like to try, but find exercises not to pursue? Sorry, let's try that again. What movement practices would you like to try, but found excuses not to pursue? How would working through these blocks and moving more freely make you feel? I love that for you, Taurus. All right, let's head over to Virgo. Hopefully you can fit all the cards on here. Virgo, it says, I can expand time when I'm inspired. Why do I keep saying expired? Something is coming to an end, Virgo. Something is ending. Something is dying. In fact, you may have stayed in a space too long. You may have taken a detour or somewhere, and it is now an expiration date. So time is up in one area. Something is dying. And since something is dying out, that means something is being birthed. Your spiritual team wants you to know that you can expand time when you are inspired. When you're feeling good, time does not feel so restrictive. Okay, let's see, what do we have for Virgo? One at a time. All right, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, Virgo, and we have the Four of Swords. If you've watched this reading through, you may feel like, especially a Virgo, you may feel like this has been a progression for you. That you were in Capricorn's energy, you were in Taurus energy, and now this is where you are. You may see this as a progression of where you've been and where you're going. Virgo, you are victorious by nature. I don't know how else to say it, but then to literally say that. You are victorious by nature. Your analytical process and just your drive for success really helps you to be an overcomer, right? Really helps you to be successful. But something that you struggle with, Virgo, is like being a direct shooter. It's almost as if, Virgo, you will kind of beat around the bush or hit all around the target besides hitting the target on the first try. And that may be part of the process, but when you're hitting around the target, it feels like it's not actually part of your process. It almost feels like avoidance, laziness, procrastination. It feels like it's an intentional delay, meaning that you may even feel such an energy shift where you know something is about to take off for you, you know there's about to be victory or success, and then you just stop. We just don't even do it anymore. We just stop in the middle of gearing up for victory. We literally just decide, I'm tired, so I'll take a break. Okay, good fight, but now I'm tired. The divine wants you to get up. Your spirit team is saying, get up. Get up. You only fail because you stop. The only way you won't see victory is because you stop. And those thoughts of yours, Virgo. You have to ensure that you are pouring into yourself. You are surrounding yourself and you're taking time in solitude to work. What does the work look like? It looks like sitting with your emotions. It looks like reforming your thoughts. Okay. I'm seeing things being fixed. Like, okay, this is the card I'm looking at. I'm seeing like this person intentionally went to this water to work on the arrows. When this person is in the world, they're so distracted. So it's important for them to come here in this place. So Virgo, I think you're being guided in order for your light to expand and for you to be inspired. I think it's so important for you to spend time alone. I feel like when you're surrounded and doing too much, you're distracted. And your distractions, your distractions keep you from the goal. That's why I saw that you were pinning, like throwing darts all around and hitting all around the target rather than just being a straight shooter and hitting the target right in the dead center. When you're hitting around your goal, it's because of the distractions in life, the distractions from the people around you. And is there anything that I'm missing? All right, let's see. We have sync with the moon. Okay, I wasn't gonna keep that card, but okay. We have sync with the moon and connect with ancestors. I'm not surprised to see the connect with ancestors, only because I wanted to say ancestors this whole time. So this is like your spirit team, your ancestors. Sorry, let me be respectful. Your ancestors specifically. But this is, I say spirit team because this is ancestral, but not all of the spirits that I see at this time are ancestral spirits. So I think it's super important, Virgo, that you are attentive to the energy that's around you. Syncing with the moon, I would also say syncing with the sun, like the circadian rhythm, but this is just being aware of your phases and knowing what phase you're in. Okay, so let's go ahead to 51. Let's get into it. It says, I embrace my ebb and flow, my many phases and the cycles of life. The moon is a powerful celestial entity that reflects the flow of our cycles and the many phases we go through. Look up the current moon's phase for guidance on which energy will serve you best at this time. If we're in a new moon, carve out the time and space to get clear on your desires and set your intentions. Write down what you want to manifest to amplify your intentions and keep track. If it is a waxing crescent, focus on manifesting your intentions and keep visuals around for support. If it's a first quarter moon, take actions to show your devotion to manifesting your intentions. If it is a waxing gibbous, celebrate the beauty of the human experience and all that is moving in your desired direction. If it is a full moon, take note of how your intentions have manifested, reflect with gratitude, and let go of what is no longer serving you. Put your crystals and sacred belongings outside under the moonlight for recharging and cleansing. If it is a waning gibbous, this is the time to cleanse your house, to continue releasing what no longer serves you. If it is a third quarter moon, connect with the natural world and let your awareness be drawn to the divine beauty of life's cycles and timelines. If it is a waning crescent, this is the time to cleanse the energy and reflect with gratitude on the cycle that's coming to a close. Throughout the moon cycle, track how you are feeling. Notice how your energy waxes and wanes and how your sexual appetite fluctuates. Also, if you're a female in your other kind of moon cycle, track the moon phases that's present when your cycle begins and ends. This is a beautiful exercise to do over the long term so that you can see more trends of how your cycles relate to those of the moon. Be sure to keep an eye out for local moon gatherings you can join if there is any in your area. If not, host your own. Here's your journal prompts. After spending a month tracking your energetic, sexual, and other cycles throughout the moon phases, what has been illuminated for you? Okay. Your ancestors, Virgo, are a part of this whole thing. They're here to help you expand. They're here to help you grow. And they want you to connect with yourself, because connecting with yourself, grounding into you, sinking into you, being aware of you is sinking into them, is being aware of them. Okay? So I appreciate you all so much for tuning into the Earth Signs message. I definitely feel like that's a beautiful way of ending it, so I'm just going to stop it there, and I will see you all next time. Peace.